What's up, guys? It's your boy the Wolf. Glad you caught me. Alright, so in this particular video I'm talking about the Ds-5504. Now for those people who have submitted their application and it's less than a year old and you want to update your information, you're going to want to reach out and get yourself the Ds-5504. And I don't know what the fees are associated with it. I haven't done it myself, but it might even be free. I'm not sure. So just do your own due diligence in that. But what this is for is if, let's say, you've done your DS11 and you think that there might be errors on your passport, okay, your information, or maybe you didn't declare your status properly, or whatever it is. Call if you didn't get the results that you really wanted to do, and so now you want to update your information. Remember, all this is educational information only. So, using this form, you can update your information. All right, and they will reissue you a new card or book and or both. Now, the only thing with this one is much like the DS82, which is done after that. They do not have any information on your parents to add on there. So if you haven't added that, if you didn't do that right on your DS11, then once again, like the DS82, this is not going to be of great use to you because it's not on there. Now sure, you can slide it in with your explanatory statement because you're adding information, and they should update it. Okay, they should update it because you're adding it in there, and that should be attached to this. Okay. So much like that, everything else is going to be basically the same. They're just going to ask you about current information about your passport, book, and whatever else. And then they're going to say, well, what's wrong with your old one? So if you look, it says, if you cannot or did not meet the criteria above, please complete form DS82, which we already know about. Or else if you just want to... or if you just want to submit a brand new one, a DS11, and just put it in there raw and update it that way, you can do it. So there's a number of different ways that you can do it. But for those people who have asked if there was any other ways to just update it, yeah, you can do it this way. A lot of people have just done the DS11, just sending a whole new application. All right. So some people have told me that they have conveniently lost their passport, books, and cards. From the information I've gathered, they won't question the first one, but the second time they might give you a hard time, and that you will get a stern letter, and that you're starting to rock the boat a little bit. So even though it is possible you could have lost it and gotten stolen, whatever else, they're basically just going to let you know that, hey, if you're doing this for any other purposes, which I'm not suggesting you do whatever works for you, that, I mean, they can't tell you no more, but here's what happens. Then they give you limited passports of up to a year, okay? And then you just have to wait a whole year until you can do the whole process from scratch with a new DS11. So, with the 5504, it basically says, has your name changed by marriage or court or less than a year after your U.S. passport or card has been issued? If yes, blah, 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 or if your information has, where is it? You must submit information documenting the name change for this. So if you have had a name, if you have had a name change, or maybe you forgot that you changed your name or you want to go by other one, so that might be a tool for you. So this one's not going to be a terribly long video, just to give some other people options on what's out there, because a lot of people think it's just the DS11 or just the DS82. So it depends on your situation. So that's about it, guys. See what works for you. Do the research. The more you know. All right, guys. Don't forget to donate. Don't forget to help. I appreciate all the donations that have come in. Kind of slowed down recently, but I get it. It's warmer out now, and everybody's going out having fun, doing things. But don't forget about your boy. I'm still here at it. And there's going to be new great information coming. I'm just doing the research. I'm waiting for people to get back to me. I'm in the middle of a lot of stuff. I'm going to war for not only myself, but for you guys. And of course, being smart, staying safe. And At the end of the day, remember, we're all foot soldiers in this. So some of you guys are like, oh, why did this, happen? Or this is working great. It's going to be a mix of things depending on who you meet, because none of us can be everywhere, but all of us are everywhere. And so you guys are paving the way for people behind you. It's like people paved the way, Mr. Copper Moonshine Stills. I talked to him recently. He's the one that people paved the way. Anna Von Reitz is she also has paved the way, and a number of other people. All right, so don't think that none of us stayed up late battling these people and sending affidavits. If you don't have the paperwork or the time for it, you ain't built this way. All right, you ain't built Dodge Tough. So it ain't gonna be no walk in the park. Do your research. Watch all of the videos. Yes, I know there's a lot. There's a lot of mine. There's a lot of others. I don't care who you get them from. Do the research, because it's going to be your life, and what they want to do is deter you, and you have to be able to be like, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going to find a better way to knock the door down. Okay? Because just because you knock on the door all timid, hello, could you please let me have my national card so that I can not be bothered? And they're like, wham! And you're thinking, oh, well, I failed. This stuff doesn't work. I'm going to walk around. That's what they want. You got to be like, I see the windows open. Yeah, shoop. All right? Otherwise, you don't want this bad enough. So stay your little birdie butt in the little gilded cage, okay? Because you know what? Much like me and certain other people, if you're not ready to talk the talk and walk the walk, and see, that's why they don't bother anymore. The farmer keeps the sheep inside the pen, or the herder, or whatever. When one goes over, they can top them on the head. A lot of them go over. They can only get hit one or two as they go over. And the ones that are over and gone, they're like, man, I'm not even going to bother. They're going to give me a hassle and a headache. I'm over here. You know what I mean? So if you're leaning, all in. If you're going to do this, do it, but know what you're doing and know how to talk and know how to do these steps, and not be afraid to assert your proper rights under your proper status. But some of y'all be half-stepping. Well, I'm gonna keep my driver's license with me while I travel, but I'm gonna have just my other stuff on there, but I'm gonna have it in case I need it, or I'm gonna have my whatever, and then they pull that information, and then you get twomped on the head. All right, look, the federal side of the state, yeah, they can say you can't travel or you can't drive through their state. If you're a citizen, yeah, but what? You mean, when did it happen that somebody from a private jurisdiction, or Canada, or Mexico, or wherever in the world couldn't use public roads that the public people paid for? If they consider you to be under their jurisdiction personally, remember, they don't own the roads, okay? Those are public roads. Any person is a part of the public. That means anybody can use them, okay? So travel properly. Don't be out there giving them hard times. Because we don't want to piss off the good cops, because they're just trying to do their job. Even if they're doing their job right, they will be able to know what's going on. They will defend you and help protect you from bad cops. It's the bad ones that are out there trying to make people afraid and, hey, you're my buddy, don't rat me out. No, internal affairs, So, and there's people above them, okay? And there are still some good judges out there, and there still are some good court systems and whatever else. So, travel properly. Be respectful, because remember, poor people and debtors argue with a cop who's just trying to do his job. Present your information, and whatever he's going to do, if you get in an uncomfortable situation, ask for the commanding officer. You have that right. But once you've told him who you are and you're traveling properly, not half-stepping or quasi-evil. No. You have to inform them properly of your jurisdiction and have it right. Watch the videos where I talk about how to do it the proper way. Know your rights. Get the scripts. Get the information. What is the guy? I think the guy's name is Eddie Craig or something like that. He's a former police officer telling you have the right to travel. Okay? So get it. Learn it. It's not even just like it's me. This guy is a seasoned police officer of X amount of years who now goes, yeah, you know what? Now that I see it's real, yeah, okay, you do have it. Traveling ain't for everybody. Okay, I provided the letters from where the GOV sent the state information, they better chill out before lawsuits start happening. Because I tell you what, I might have given them a free get out of jail card before, with a little hassle. But they want to bother me or whatever else or anybody. Yeah, we're going all in. Let's get that money. Okay, I'm not saying try to start something because that ain't how it's done. And they're gonna they're gonna be like, oh well, you were endangering people. Okay, which is gonna negate the movement. It's gonna negate you trying to do what you want to do. Because once they consider saying that you were endangering people, you don't have what you think you have. But if you're traveling properly, carefully and cautiously, and they happen to bother you for a foreign plate, which they're not supposed to be able to do that, okay, or just because they're bored, or because they can't, pull up your information, which they don't have to, because there's tons of private people who can travel here, all right, because that's what they're under the illusion of, okay, is that it's implied that you possibly are a U.S. citizen, okay. They are supposed to tell you or ask you in the encounter what your citizenship status is, okay? But the roads are public, and you are traveling on it privately, and you are not under their jurisdiction. So that's the federal part of the state, and that officer overstepping and using that. But that's because they don't know the real laws. They know the traffic laws, but they don't know like constitutional law and whatever else. And all of them have agreed to be under the United States of America Constitution, which means that all of these roads are public, unless so marked. Okay? So that's about it, guys. Talk to you later. Travel safe and proper. Stay healthy. Don't forget to support the site. Check me out at blacksite32.com for more information. And to all those great people out there doing great things, we need you. Continue sharing and spreading light. Peace in the Middle East and wherever else.